Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, and today I'm gonna take you on an Indian food tour, especially focusing on North Indian food in Bangkok. It smells incredible. Oh, that's a lot of heat. We're gonna explore Pahurat, which is Little India, for an amazing breakfast. We're gonna be eating everything from street food to fine dining. So it's gonna be an incredibly delicious day, and I cannot wait to share all of the food, all of the North Indian food with you in this video right now. It's literally volcanic. So we are beginning this North Indian food tour today in Pahurat, which is also known as Bangkok's Little India. One of the main things that you'll find in Pahurat is the Siri Guru Singh Sabha, which is the main Gurudwara, or the Sikh temple in Bangkok. And so this is the center of the Sikh community, and surrounding there's a lot of amazing Indian restaurants and street food stalls. So we're on our way first to go eat breakfast and some street snacks. When I first came to Thailand and Bangkok, I used to come here all the time to explore the narrow alleys and the streets. But now, since I live quite far from this area, I don't make it here very often, but it's always good to be back. Some delicious food. You smell the spices in the air. We are walking towards the end of India Emporium, where there is one of the legendary Punjab Sweets and restaurant shops. Ooh, man, that humidity of Bangkok is serious right now. But welcome to Punjab Sweets shop. This is one of the legendary, one of the oldest Punjab food and sweets shops in Bangkok. And Punjab is very famous. North India is very famous for their sweets. So you'll see all the different sweets at the front on display. And so a lot of people get things for takeaway. They even have a little convenience shop selling spices and Indian ingredients. But then you come to the side or you come upstairs. They also have a dining room upstairs where they serve a full menu of North Indian, especially Punjab dishes. But actually they have quite an extensive menu. So I am here with Mr.
Kundan Gambhir, my name.
And you're the owner here at Punjab Sweets?
I'm the owner of this Punjab Sweets.
Very nice to meet you. You started this 30 years ago?
Yes.
Very cool. And were you originally born in Thailand or
born in
India?
Delhi.
In Delhi? Okay,
Delhi.
Always happy to be here, especially to eat the chole bhature. That's what I come to eat, yes.
The sweets are very good.
Yes, thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, man. Just got a couple of different dishes, a couple chats, and then also what you have to come here to eat, chickpea masala, along with, it looks like a little bit of potato masala as well, and then the bhatures, which are similar to puris, which are deep fried pieces of bread that just balloon up. So I'm gonna start with these while they're hot and fresh. Oh, so puffy. Oh yeah. Grab a piece of the bhature. Oh, these are hearty too. You can feel like the thickness of them. And then we're gonna dip into that chana or that chole. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I needed. The flavor I needed in the morning. Those chickpeas, the masala in there, the ginger in there. And it's not like extremely spicious or overly spicy. And that's why it's so good in the morning. It's just kind of calming, and yet you still have that flavor. Yeah, it just kind of melts in your mouth. A little bit of cumin seed in there, and then just a nice gravy that's formed from the potatoes disintegrating. One of the main chats that we got is the papri chat. And papri, I believe, are these little discs, crispy discs, which are deep fried, they're crispy, and then topped with a variety of, there's yogurt on there, there's some chickpeas on here, there's a variety of masalas, there might be tamarind. You taste that cool, refreshing yogurt, but then at the same time it's balanced by the sprinkle of masala, all the different crunchy textures. There's so many things going on, and that's the joy of eating a chaat. Finally could not complete this meal without a cup of masala tea. Oh yeah, that's great. All of those spices, the cardamom in there, the ginger in there. Nice and creamy as well. This like, I mean, this combination, that is the definition of waking up in India. I think it is a mango pickle. Oh man, it smells so good. You don't want to overdo it though, because it is very salty, probably. But I love the flavor of it. That green mango, all of those spices and everything in there. I totally missed the onions on the bottom. They were hiding under the bhature. Good thing I still have another puri and some more of the masalas left. Raw onions are one of my favorite things in the world.
Very good.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you.
Milk cake, the gulab jamun, the laddu, and the modak.
And then the owner here, he so kindly just brought us a plate. Before we could even order the sweets, he brought us a plate of some of their specialties. Let's try that milk cake first. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is sweet, that is rich, and it crumbles in your mouth. I believe you can taste the ghee and just like the condensed milk in there. And I think this one is the laddu. Laddu. I remember, definitely, this is one of the favorites. And you can see it's kind of like another ball that's compressed with nuts in here. Very crumbly. The flavor of the ghee. There's cashews in there. And the owner just brought another dessert, a ras malai, which is another one of the real signature desserts of North India. Just drenched in milk and spices, the saffron. I think there's a variety of nuts in here as well. That's probably one of my favorite desserts of North India. The milkiness, it's like a milk soup with a patty that just absorbs. It's so spongy. And immediately what you taste is the flavor of the saffron, followed by perhaps pistachio, maybe some almonds in there, maybe some cashews. But it's really, the saffron is immediately what you taste, and that milkiness. Oh, that was wonderful. Great people. Met some amazingly friendly people as we're sitting there eating as well. Sweets, and we are walking back down the alley to the next spot. Actually, on second thought, there's another thing that is extremely popular throughout India, North India, after you eat a meal to help with the digestion. And he's hanging out right here across from the sweets shop. We gotta have some paan. This one is good for the digestion? Yeah. Okay. Especially common after you eat it. Well, this version, which is the sweet version of paan, is especially common after you eat a meal for digestion. He wraps it up, all these little bottles of different spices and different seasonings. I just love how it's just, I mean, this is exactly like you would find it in India. Oh yeah, very nice. There's a little bit of betel nut in there, the sweet candies, the spices. It immediately kind of makes your mouth feel a little bit tingly, and then also kind of like a little almost sudsy in your mouth. I taste the caraway seed, and it's just like an entire culture of its own. Thank you very much. Gonna be chewing for a little while and just releasing the saliva, the juices. Located right on the corner of the main road, right outside India Emporium, you will find the legendary, it might be the only real samosa street food stall in all of Bangkok, and they make amazing samosas. You cannot come to Pahurat without stopping there. Samosa corner. We've been here for 45 plus years on the corner here in Pahurat, and so they just have three things: samosa, tikki, and pakora. We're gonna get some samosas and some pakoras. They're frying them fresh. You should see people just jump out of their cars from the road, run to the stall, grab some takeaway while sitting on the road, and then jump back in their car. You can smell the aroma all over Pahurat. นี่คือ pakora นะครับ Okay. Oh, so he's putting in a fresh batch of pakora. I think it's a combination of vegetables and batter. Putting in a fresh batch of the samosas. Sliding them in. Man, he just fills up the entire wok full of oil, full of the samosas. That must be dozens floating around there at once. And so he said that you don't want to use a high fire, you want to keep the flame low so that that oil is not overheated and doesn't burn them or doesn't let the oil soak in, but just that perfect low temperature, low fry. Let them gently turn golden brown until crispy. So they fry for about 30 minutes. Luckily, they do have a batch of samosas already ready, and so we're gonna dig in right now. I got 10. They're hot, they're fresh, and it's served with, oh, they're gonna put, yes, since I'm eating here, standing here, they're gonna serve me some of that chutney to eat with it. Kapun magab. All right, Jim, I'm gonna grab one of the samosas. Hot and fresh triangles of goodness. Dip it into the chutney. Oh wow, yeah, just deep fried perfectly. Oh man, and immediately as I took that bite, the spices are not extremely strong, but they're just mellow. They're just soothing. A little bit of cumin seed in there, a little bit of chili. The potato just melts in your mouth, and then dipped into that chutney is a little bit sweet and sour and a little bit spicy. The freshness, I think, is what really shines here as they fry them fresh, homemade, so tasty. That chutney tastes like a little bit sweet and sour, like a tamarind maybe. And they go down so easily. Yes. There's a variety of spices. And again, we said to dip it into the chutney. I love the herbal flavor of it. Oh man. Oh, and the inside of that pakora is amazing. It's like kind of moist and juicy. He just keeps an eye on them until they're perfectly golden and crispy, but not overcooked, not dried out. Moist, vegetal, sweetness from the onions. Wow. An absolute must stop when you're in Pahurat. You have to come to Samosa Corner. Wow, that was one sweaty samosa experience and so good. I love this entire corner, this entire area of Bangkok. You can come here to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. You can come here to buy all sorts of Indian spices and all sorts of cool lanes and alleys to explore. And we're gonna head into a different part of town and continue with this North Indian food tour of Bangkok. A lot more food coming up. So next up on this tour, we're in the Nana area of Bangkok. We're going to a restaurant that I think is one of the best North Indian restaurants in all of Bangkok. Good to see you. Thank you. And so it's not only North Indian, but they specialize in Amritsari cuisine.
These are brought from India because it's not available over here in Thailand. That's the main thing. But we have brought around 4 clay pots oven. We have installed it over here properly to give you the taste of India.
Yeah,
in
this
Thailand.
is the real taste.
We are making first, it could be chicken achari tikka.
Chicken achari tikka.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had it before, and I know achar is a pickle. But then the rest is going to be unknown what exactly is in that sauce. So he starts with some chicken, tosses in a few spices. Here comes that sauce. Oh, wow. Oh, that smells incredible. I immediately smell that pickle aroma. The turmeric in there. And that's the marinade right there. Wow. Yeah, it is good, yeah, for sure. And that goes directly into the tandoor. That goes directly into the tandoor, and these are tandoors that are brought from India, clay ovens, charcoal burning on the bottom, and I love this entire like setup that they have here.
Next would be paneer makmali kebab.
Paneer makmali kebab.
Yep. Made of cottage cheese.
Oh, okay. Cottage cheese. White marination.
Amazing. For veg and non-veg, for most of the Indian people. It's angara aloo, the stuffed potatoes.
We have another paste here, another marination. You smell the masala, you smell the yogurt. I know a lot of the marinations have a lot of yogurt in North India, right? A lot of yogurt, a lot of spices.
You have turned into a chef.
So that's going directly into the tandoor as well. Oh man, that smells incredible. It's starting to char and bubble and blister the outside of that chicken. Oh, it's ready. Oh.
It's almost ready. Black masala, some fresh lemon,
Ah, okay.
fresh coriander.
Wow. Oh, that looks amazing. And then onto the hot skillet. Chicken comes out of the tandoor. He drizzles it in butter. Then into a mixing bowl, he adds on some coriander, a sprinkle of masala, and a sprinkle of fresh lime juice. Then onto the hot skillet. And it's gonna smoke away, but the aroma is almost out of control. Stuffed potato roll. Okay, thank you, chef. Thank you very much. Oh man, those tandoori dishes look incredible. We are now moving to the other side of the kitchen to see the other dishes being prepared.
So now we are going to make mutton special.
Okay.
The mutton special dish would be mutton tikka tawa.
Okay.
Not the lamb, it's a goat meat.
Awesome. Adding in all the spices now, the turmeric, some cumin, some masalas. It smells incredible. And he's just like igniting that in smoke and fire. And he's adding in like a variety of sauce and paste as well. so incredibly complex too. He must have added in like 5 different masala pastes, tomato paste, an onion sauce. Oh, and finished off with a little classic North Indian butter and a squeeze of lime juice. And a handful of coriander and ginger. Wow. Oh, this is his ghee and a little bit of ghee to sprinkle that off. Oh, wow. Unbelievable. It's literally volcanic. And that final sprinkle of coriander and ginger, that is outrageously aromatic. Oh, that's therapeutic. That was amazing. Oh, wow, that's going to be good. So those are only the starters.
Yep.
Yes. This is just the beginning of the meal.
Paneer makhmali kebab.
Thank you. Angar aloo.
Veg starters. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, thank you
Mutton
very
tikka
much.
tawa, onions
Oh,
and
man.
bell peppers.
Sure.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is chicken
Okay, thank you very
for you,
much.
sir. You will have big piece. Chicken achari tikka.
He kindly just dished us one of each. The aromas are almost out of control, and then the naan has just hit the table. We've got garlic naan and just some regular naan. That mutton, which it literally just came out of the volcanic frying pan. All those different sauces, all those different masalas. He just literally just loaded it up, lit it on fire. Oh, it's tender, it's full of spice. And I love the scorching of those green peppers and onions. Oh, wow, unbelievable. Oh man, the mix of different sauces and spices, the ginger in there, all those different masalas coming together. That is a sweet harmony. Okay, and then moving on to the chicken achari tikka. I wish you could just smell that aroma. Oh, wow. Oh, the flavor keeps on coming. You've got that acidity from the pickle. You've got a little bit of spice in there, the turmeric, the richness of that yogurt and butter, and then the smokiness just bringing it all together. That is a flavor overdose. Wow. Okay. Once you pick up a piece of achari tikka, there's no way you'll set it down. And you'll lick your fingers as well. That's every single bite. Okay, next up for the makhmali kebab, which is a cheese roll, stuffed, and then there's a bell pepper on top. I might add a little bit of the mint. That's awesome too. The cheese just kind of crumbles in your mouth. It's got that smoky, bubbly crust and the mustard seed, I think, in there. That's what it translates to?
Yeah.
Angara aloo, which translates to fiery potato. So it's a stuffed potato and then just scorched. Oh, he covered it in that paste.
Red marination.
Red marination paste, the masala. The ultimate of all stuffed potatoes. I think I taste the achar in there too. Slight acidity, the pickle in there, there's peas in there, and the smoke of the tandoor. Okay, I'm moving back over to that mutton. And that's one of those dishes where the mutton, the meat itself is amazing, but the sauce is so good. You would love it just as much if it was meatless. Achari tikka. This is just blowing my taste buds away. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of lime juice onto it. And I'm gonna add a raw onion or a few raw onions to the top. So much going on, and that extra step of complexity from the pickle. What did you say? Masala chas?
Masala chas.
Which is buttermilk, masala, spiced buttermilk. When you're eating North Indian food, it is a must. All the dairy, the masala. Oh, that's so good. Oh, wow, it's rich, it's creamy, it's frothy. And then in the back of your throat, you taste the masala. So we're back in the kitchen now, and Chef is gonna get started on some of the main course dishes. Palak paneer?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, well, let's watch him as he makes it. Okay. Milk. Okay. Is that one methi?
Yeah.
Palak paneer, one of my favorite dishes. I love it. He pureed spinach. He added in the variety of, there's an onion masala, a tomato masala, a veg masala. Then he added in all the dry spices, turmeric, fenugreek, cumin, coriander. Oh, a blob of butter goes in, and now he's adding in some cream. It's so thick, it's so fragrant. Oh, and then finally that's the paneer that goes in. I love how just thick and rich it is. There's milk, there's cream, there's ghee. Wow. Next dish Chef is going to make is the Amritsari prawns.
Yeah.
It's a dish that's of course from Amritsar.
Amritsar, yeah.
And it's,
but the prawns are not available over there, but basically they use it, the basic fish. But here we have improvised it to make it in prawns.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's mustard seed? Yeah. Okay, mustard seed and garlic. And ginger. Oh, ginger is one of the main ingredients in this dish. Oh, and the tomato gravy. Oh, chili paste. Okay, and the shrimp are going in next. Different pre-cooked. My mouth is just continuously watering. The way he just adds in the spices so perfectly, so knowledgeable. Man, all the different spices, the fenugreek leaves, the ghee, the butter, the cream, it's all going in. And it's just simmering in a volcanic heat. Oh, and again, he finishes it off with some more coriander and grated ginger. Oh, and a squeeze of lime juice. Oh, wow. Amritsari prawns, absolutely insane. Just, he knows exactly what to add in, no measurements, just by experience, just tossing in the spices. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Okay, back to the table for main course. Thank you, Chef. Oh, thank you. Main course, and I'm joined with Satbir.
Yep.
Great to hang out. Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you very much, and thank you so much for having us. The food here it really is the real deal Amritsari Punjab cuisine.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was started by my uncle, Mr. Manjeet Singh Sethi in Mumbai.
Oh, okay.
In 1970s, basically.
Okay.
We come from that long over here. Then his son, Mr. Vicky Sethi, started it in UAE on the name of Kulcha King. Now we started over here. We started as an experiment in Bangkok, but it worked. So
yes,
we are
sure.
here in front of you, and now we have other 4 outlets in UAE.
I'll begin with that palak paneer. Oh man.
Hot.
Yes, hot right out of that frying pan, that volcanic frying pan. Oh yeah, that's hot.
This is
wow.
the best way to eat.
Yes, the best way. Wow. It is so awesomely good. So creamy and rich. Just that puree of spinach. The Amritsari prawns, which I will add that there. And you can just feel the ginger in your fingertips. Oh, wow. Oh, the Amritsari prawns are incredible. The mustard seed, you taste the mustard seed. Yeah. And then that freshness of the ginger and the coriander, all those different masalas and those pastes, the tomato paste gives it a little bit of tartness. The onion masala just gives it like this sweet caramelized flavor. It's so balanced. It's so flavorful. And even though the dishes are rich and there's cream and there's butter and there's ghee in some of the dishes, they don't feel oily. From the way chef made them, right? Yeah. They don't feel, oh, they are heavy, for sure. They will fill you up, but they don't feel oily, greasy when you're eating them. Dal makhani. Again, buttered dal with black lentils usually. You can see that thickness, that richness, the butter in there, the cream in there. Oh man. Best to like mix it up.
Yep.
If you want to eat, you can.
No, it's okay.
Are you sure? Okay.
It's not divine.
Okay. Oh wow, the dal makhani is amazing. Actually, I remember my first time to try dal makhani. Maybe it was like 12 years ago when I was in Delhi.
Oh.
It was like a lentil. It was a lentil game changer for me.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's crispy too. And I got to go back into that Amritsari prawns. That dish is a must order when you come here to eat at Amritsar. And you can also order it. I think last time I ate here, I ate it with the chicken, which was incredible. And then you can order with a variety of different meats.
And some pista filling.
What an incredible meal. We are now finishing with dessert. Two different desserts. One is the very famous gulab jamun, and the other one is what was this called again? Pista ferni, which is like a rice pudding. You can see the silver on top with some ground pistachios. Oh wow, that's incredible actually. I like it because it's sweet but balanced with a saltiness. You really taste the saffron. It's kind of sticky. You taste the fragrance of those pistachios. So gulab jamun, which are little balls which are submerged and saturated with floral syrup. Oh, and these are supple. The syrup juices just gush out of your mouth when you take a bite. That was just a spectacular meal. Really, I think it's one of the best North Indian restaurants in Bangkok. Again, there's 2 locations plus locations in UAE. Amritsar for Amritsari food. To complete this food tour though, we've got one more place to go, and it's gonna be more of a fine dining restaurant. So we are in the Nana area of Bangkok at the Radisson Sweets. Welcome to the Punjab Grill. This is an internationally recognized North Indian Punjab restaurant serving modern, contemporary North Indian food. It is luxurious. It is so spacious. And we actually arrived here before they open. They open, I think, at about 6 p.m. for dinner. And so we arrived here before they opened to see the entire restaurant. We have the whole restaurant to ourselves right now. And what we're gonna do is we are gonna walk around the kitchen. We're gonna see some of the cooking. We're gonna see some of the tandoor action. And then after that, we're gonna sit down for another feast. of a meal.
Very cool.
So we're moving straight into the kitchen and straight to the tandoor station.
Tandoor station.
So these are the prawns.
Prawn.
Do you call it jinga?
Jinga.
So this is one of the dishes, famous dishes here too, right? Signature dishes. Jinga, tandoor jinga?
Tandoori jinga, yeah. It's basically flavor marinated in yellow chili powder, yogurt, and scented with carom seeds.
Ah.
Like we call in India as ajwain.
Over here. Okay. He just kind of lines those up on the skewer, I think 4 or 5 of them, into the tandoor, and you just feel the heat just radiating out of that tandoor. It's so hot. There's charcoal, there's coals, burning coals at the bottom, and that smells so good immediately. Oh, and he's gonna drizzle in some, is it butter?
Yeah.
Oh man, the smoke coming off of it. Oh, it's so fragrant. More flavor.
Yeah.
Incredibly fragrant. Okay, now moving over to the lamb chops.
So basically the New Zealand lamb chops, we have a particular way of cooking it actually. So what we do is the New Zealand lamb rack, which is marinated first, and then we actually braise it in the yogurt for like 7 to 8 hours. And then we take out the meat and we use the same liquid and use that as a marination and then cook it in the tandoor so that it's very, very tender and fell off the bone very easily.
It's already cooked?
Yeah, it's like braised. Yeah, braised in the liquid.
The butter drizzle.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that smells unbelievable.
Smoke arises and you can get the flavor, the more smoky flavor to the kebabs.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh, that looks unbelievable. Oh, that drip, that melting of the meat. Those dishes are ready. We're going to move to the other side of the kitchen to see a few more dishes being cooked before we start eating. Thank you very much, Chef. Thank you.
The butter chicken first.
Butter chicken.
Which is like our signature curry. Butter chicken is the most famous dish that's eaten everywhere.
For sure.
Like generally it's called murg makhani, butter chicken, or when it goes to UK it's called a chicken tikka masala, but everything is almost the same.
So this is tandoori chicken already? Tandoori chicken, right?
Yeah, chicken
okay.
tikka.
Oh, chicken tikka. Chicken tikka.
Cooked in the tandoor.
Okay.
That's the makhani gravy. It's a tomato gravy. Gravy is like almost 10 processed actually. Wow. So we take red tomatoes. So we put a bit of whole garam masala, like whole spices like cinnamon, green cardamom, black peppercorns, and some of the nutmeg, mace. We make it and we cook along with some ginger, garlic, green chili.
Butter or ghee? That's butter? Okay. Which one is this? Is it fenugreek leaf? Oh man. And then next up, Chef is gonna make prawn biryani. So prawn biryani, ghee goes in first. Then a little bit of chili powder, a little bit of turmeric. Those prawns go in. He's just stir frying those around, just caking them in the spices and that ghee. And we'll wait to see what he does next to make this biryani.
Tomato gravy.
Onion tomato gravy goes in. And that's a little bit of the tomato gravy, onion gravy.
Then we put the biryani masala, we make it in-house.
Okay.
It's actually made with green cardamom and mace. The mace is like the outer covering of the javitri. And then you have brown onions.
Brown onions, which have been fried and caramelized.
With
Some mint goes in.
He puts ghee a little bit on the base. Puts the rice first, so saffron rice.
Saffron rice goes in. So this is going to be the pan where it cooks together?
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically then we'll cover it with the dough sheet made of flour. A little bit of ghee more.
A little bit more. Okay, and this is a dough.
Dough sheet.
Dough.
Yeah.
Dough sheet.
We call whole flour.
So that's going to be transferred over to the oven. All right. Before we start eating though, we're going to see one more chef is going to make chili garlic naan. Garlic goes on. This is a chili garlic naan?
Yeah, chili garlic naan.
Oh man, that's a lot of
This is chili.
garlic. A whole handful of green chilies goes on. Green coriander. Oh man, that smells unbelievable. Okay. Oh wow. That's butter goes on.
Yeah, butter.
All the drizzle.
It is.
Oh, that smells unbelievable. And props to the chefs, because working back there by the tandoors, it is blazing hot.
So the first dish that you're having is avocado bhel. Avocado bhel. So bhel is more of a traditional Indian streets. Mint chutney, tamarind chutney, onion, shallots, tomatoes along with it. And then on the top of that is the Indian style of guacamole. So it's like avocado with
nice.
some tamarind chutney, some red chili powder, and that.
Oh man. Oh, that is creamy from the avocado. You taste the masala sprinkle of spices, the tomatoes in there.
What you're having is tandoori chinga that we did the cooking inside in the tandoor.
Yes.
Marinated in yellow chili powder and settled with carom seeds and yogurt. And the next dish that you're having is the cham tazza. That's the New Zealand lamb racks.
These just smell unbelievable. I have to just pick one up. Okay to bite it? Oh, wow. Oh man. That flavor is unbelievable. Oh. The smokiness. It tastes like smoked butter. It's just caked up onto each one of these prawns. The muscularity of the fleshiness of the prawn, just slightly cooling yogurt. The fragrance of the yellow chili, and that hint of the caraway seed. This is one of their known dishes, well-known dishes, and now I know exactly why. Man, that is unbelievably tasty. Lamb rack, and then cooked again in the tandoor to finish them off, to embed that smokiness into them. Oh, wow. It's so tender, and you can just feel that the fat has just seeped into the meat, melted into the meat, keeping it moist and tender and juicy through the cooking process. So many different spices, nothing overpowering anything, and just focusing on the flavor of that meat, that lamb. I gotta do one more of these tandoori jingas.
Do the ran first. So that's the baby lamb leg, which is cooked in tandoor along with some flavored with cinnamon, and then battery flambe with ram. Then you have the butter chicken,
The butter chicken.
the black lentils, and that's
And this
the
is the
prawn biryani.
Prawn biryani. Oh man, nice. Would this be a Punjab style biryani?
Lucknowi style of biryani.
Okay.
Lucknowi style of biryani.
All right.
Yeah, North Indian Lucknowi style biryani.
Lucknowi style.
Yeah.
All right, great. And then finally, the green chili garlic naan drizzled in butter, which is just literally, this is a piece of art right here. Perfectly cooked. I love the char, the bubble action. We should start with that butter chicken. That gravy, the cream in there, so buttery. The tomatoes in there, the mace. Butter chicken is probably the most well-known Indian foods of the entire world, and especially a North Indian dish known for its rich gravy, its butter gravy, tomato sauce, all the different spices in there. Man. It's tart from the tomato sauce. It's rich, but it doesn't feel oily. Oh man, and I love the flavor of that chili in there. And as you keep on chewing, you just keep tasting new spices and new flavors. The fenugreek in there. And next up for the dal makhani. Butter dal. Oh, you can see how rich and creamy it is. There's cream in there, there's butter in there, there's lentils. It's thick, it's rich. Oh wow, I love dal makhani. So heavy and so rich and so tasty. Okay, moving on to the lamb. Huge chunks of lamb. All the flavor, the spice caked up on them. And that flambe to finish it off. Oh man, the tenderness. What is that one spice that you're really tasting in there? Possibly the mace. Yeah, like a nutmeggy mace taste to it, which goes all the way to the bone. And then you taste that rum flambe that kind of like works in a way that an acid would work, such as lime juice, like kind of mellowing down the richness and kind of blending those flavors together. That is succulent. And then we've got the prawn biryani, which is a Lucknowi style biryani, layered in with all the spices, with the prawns, and with that really fluffy rice. And you can really smell those caramelized onions in there as well. And you can just see how every grain of rice is just so perfectly individual, so oiled from that ghee. Oh man. The fragrance of the onions, the fluffy richness of the rice, which has just been, yeah, saturated with that ghee. Yeah, really what stands out is the flavor of the mace and the green cardamom, I believe, in there. That's just like an amazingly aromatic fragrance and spice that immediately stands out with you when you take a bite. You start eating, you're going strong, and then all of a sudden it just kind of hits you and you're like, wow, I need to lean back and relax for a little bit before I take my next bite. Oh man, just the satisfaction that North Indian food provides is almost unparalleled.
First dessert that you're having is masala tea cheesecake. So we have a cheesecake flavored with masala tea, and the base that you see is a Parle G biscuit crumb. Cardamom milk, which is made like a spuma, which will make like a crumble in liquid nitrogen.
Ah, wow.
Then we have some tea spice powder, and some salted caramel sauce. That's it. So what we do here is we flambe with cointreau, and then the hot chocolate sauce starts melting the chocolate sphere. Inside there is saffron pista kulfi, as in Indian version saffron pista ice cream. So it's saffron pista kulfi with chocolate sauce.
Dessert here is a spectacle. It's an experience. It's a show. They wheel it out, and so there's just like chunks of kulfi melted in with so much, making into a chocolate soup. Wow. Oh man. That is good. That is a lot of chocolate. And then I've got to try some of those. Oh yeah, they're like little bubbles. Oh, and so that's the foam, the frozen nuggets of cardamom milk, which turn into a foam. I think those little balls are like, have a little bit of a fruitiness to it. They just kind of pop in your mouth, but with like a jam taste to them.
Nice masala tea. Thank you.
Oh, it's belt loosening time. Oh, time for a cup of masala tea. Oh, that's wonderful. The fragrance of the spices, the cinnamon in there. Ah, this is the perfect way to end an amazing time, an amazing food tour in Bangkok of North Indian food. I recently did a South Indian food tour where you can eat some of the best South Indian food in Bangkok. I'll have that linked in the description box. But like I mentioned in that video, what's so cool about Bangkok is that there's so many options and such a diversity. And so everything from laid back, hole in the wall restaurants to nicer places to sit, to relax, the diversity and the what's available when it comes to Indian food, when it comes to international food in Bangkok is something that I love so much about the incredible food scene. And if you haven't already watched the South Indian food tour of Bangkok, be sure to watch that video as well. So I want to say a big thank you for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe now for lots more food and travel videos. Good night from Bangkok, and I'll see you on the next video.